darling Fumi Nation, how are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed. Just this week that has passed, I talked about our beautiful Cardi B. Cardi had gone ahead and let us know that she and Offset were no longer together and that she had been single for a minute. Today is Saturday. I had plans. You know, I'm in London, so I am 6 hours ahead in New York, 9 hours from California. Why did I wake up to hear a very distraught Cardi B crying and really upset about Offset? She went live and she expressed how she felt.
Again, and she'll be like, why? Because you will talk to her and I'm will play in your face over and over and over and over and over again. And she'll be like, watch what I'm about to do. Watch what I'm about to say. And it's so sad that, yo, this really likes to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time, when I'm not the most confident. He likes to play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl. He knows. Yesterday, I could have been out. I could have been chilling. I could have been this and that. He knows I'm in my house. He knows that I'm chilling. He knows I'm not doing the most. And I've really been sparing you. I've really been sparing you. You've been keep feeling yourself because of your album and you've really been doing me dirty after so many years that I'm not even a thank you that I got for your. And it's so crazy that I gotta go to the fucking internet because whenever I start telling you something, you don't take serious.
Offset apparently is back with Jade. Jade happens to have been at his birthday party over this past weekend. Yep. And they were lovey-dovey. And it just really triggered Cardi. Apparently, Cardi even went to court over this Jade and her sister, because I think they are bartenders or something like that. And she had tried to get them beat up or something crazy. And so here is Offset now partying with Jade. Here's the thing. I don't really care about Jade. I don't really care about Offset. This episode is dedicated to Cardi and all the girls and women out there that keep on tolerating this. You see, no man can do to you what you do not tolerate. You did a good job, I thought, in the first episode I covered, where you said that you did not care to find out whether Offset was sleeping with Kushan because Blueface had accused him of that.
I don't pay mind to none of that. Like, I don't care about none of that. I don't want you to put me none of that. I don't know if y'all been getting clues from me for my live. I mean, I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me for my lives or for my stories when I put some certain music or find my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to not afraid, I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted you guys to tell you. I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell you, so I was like, I changed my mind. But it has been like this for a minute now, and I just took it as a sign. So I wanna start 2024 like fresh, open. I don't know. I'm curious for a new life, for a new beginning, and yeah, I'm excited. New look, new life, new everything. So I've been wanting to tell you guys for a minute. I don't know how you guys haven't gotten the hint, but it is what it is. I don't know if what happened today is true or not. I simply don't care because I just been doing me, focusing on me, focusing on my shit. I told you that I've been going so hard for 2024 to go directly as I wanted to. I feel like in 2017, I was single, and that's when I worked the hardest, and that's when I focused the hardest, and that's when I put out my best work. Back to that 2018, and I don't know. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm truly happy. Like, and I love you guys. And there's no drama. And the honest truth is, the reason why I've been so afraid and I just been giving clues from here, there, is because I feel like you guys just don't understand that I've been with somebody for 6 years. And not everything is cheating, woman, this, that. 6 years is a very long time. It's a very long time. It's a lot of arguments. Not arguments, it's a lot of love, and I've been with for a minute. You know I don't know how to explain it. I just know, because I've never been with somebody for this long. When it's just too long, it's too long.
That's how we all found out. Cardi, you have to let him go. And I know it is hard, but you have to let him go. And these meltdowns over this man has got to stop. And I know that it is easier said than done. So I'm going to start with me and my story. I was 28 or 29. And there was this guy that I thought at the time I was in love with. And I did everything that I could possibly do. I was modeling at the time. I wasn't a big model, but upon reflection, I could have been even better. But this relationship distracted me. And I was in Rome. And my agency had called me because I was booked for the first time in Paris. I called this guy in London. And I could have sworn till this very day, I heard a woman's voice in the background. I got to the airport, and instead of me to take my paid for flight to Paris, where I was going to work for fashion designers, I used my own money and took a ticket to London. I rented a car and I drove to his house. I sat outside his house for hours, just waiting for the flicker of a curtain so that I could see who was there. I went to a payphone, which coincidentally happened to be very close by his house. And I called him. He picked up the phone, and it was confirmed. I could hear a woman's voice in the background, of which he denied. And I told him I'm outside. He did not believe me. Mind you, this had to be about 24 hours. I hadn't slept. I hadn't eaten. I hadn't changed my clothes. I was just really all the way wired. And as I sat there, he opened the door and he just rushed her out. I was behind the wheel and I drove up a little too fast to the front door. And he saw me, and as I saw him, and as I got out the car, I started to cry. And I said, I've done everything for you. I have tried to be this for you. I have tried to be that for you. I have put aside everything for you. And she was standing there, you know, looking at me because I really sped up to the door, you know, and I stopped. And he turned around and he told the girl, whoever, to just go away. He said, I'll get in touch with you later. Can you just leave us? That was the only little respect that that was the one and only little respect that I appreciated at that time, because what he was going to tell me next. He turned to me and he said, Fumi, I like you. I like you a lot. I like the times that we have had and the times that we have. But I didn't ask you for all of these sacrifices. You see how I'm looking at you? That's how I was looking at him. And it was an aha moment. I got back into the car with tears running down my face because I had rented it at the airport. I gave it back. I jumped onto the plane. I went to Paris, of which of course I was too late for the fittings, for this, for that. So I had to go back to New York. And I cried for months. And I pleaded and I begged for that phone to ring. But I refused to call him. It was as if I was going to die. But I had to get him out of my system. Because I said, Fumi, you are fabulous. You are funny. You are beautiful. You are pleasant. You are here in New York modeling, doing what you wanted to do, at the height of what you could become. And you are wasting it on somebody who has told you to your face, but I didn't ask you for all of this. And so you will have to get it out of your system. And it took me a year. It took me a year. But I got myself back on track. And I realized, just like Cardi had said, that in 2017 or 2016, that was when she was the most productive. That was when she was fly. That was when she was really going ahead with her career and doing all of these wonderful things. And ever since she has been with Offset, she has taken all of Offset's weight, all of Offset's the challenges. It has weighed her down. But worse, it has robbed her of the person that she still can become. And so when you look at it like that, you got to let that shit go. You got to let it go. Because you are sinking. And you know the worst part of it? He's going to turn around and say, but sis, I didn't ask you. But sis, go ahead and do what you got to do. Cardi, Offset is not a bad guy. He's just a guy that just can't keep his third leg in his pants. He wants to dip it in every chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, peach, tangerine flavor on sight. That's the stage that he's at. He has sampled you multiple times. He can taste it before he even eats it. He doesn't want it no more. Go. Take your children and sing. Put all of that energy into your songs. Get yourself together. Date. Sleep with somebody else to get him out of your system. No longer think about him. No longer invest in him. No longer care about him. Whether he comes in the morning, whether he comes late at night, whether he's smelling of fragrance, whether he's at a party, whether it's a birthday party, doesn't matter. Don't care. And if you do, hide it. That is one thing Naija babes are good for. They'll be dying inside. They won't show it on the outside. For a man, they will not. You are investing too much on this guy and he don't care about you. When I tell you I had to edit the audio of what Cardi B said to him, it was little bit by little by little because there was F word, F bombs throughout. You've given too much to him. And here you are talking about, I've been with him for a long time, for 6 years. Ula and I have been together 15. And it feels like yesterday. Because when you're with the right man, you don't want to be with anybody else. You don't want to go anywhere else. And as you clearly have seen, you all have a front row seat. That was how I thrived. That was how I soared. Everybody saw it. Fumi is really coming up. Fumi had her baby. Fumi is doing this. Fumi hit 100K. Fumi hit 500,000. Fumi is approaching 700. Fumi might just get to 1 million. Fumi is doing her brand because I got the right man. Because the right man said, I will come with you to Paris. I will come with you to New York. I will help you with your setup. Fumi, you're fabulous. I live for you. I love you. Fumi, you know what? I was in Harrods the other day. I know you love this perfume. Let me just buy something for you. Every single day, it's something. When you're with the right person, that team, that's all that you need. Cardi, you're not with the right team. Your team handlers are not aligned with you because you are focusing on Offset, who has set off somewhere else. He doesn't want to be with you no more. And it's not what he's saying, it's what he's showing you. He is showing you, I don't care about you, sis. I don't care about you, sis. I don't care enough. Do I love my children? I love my children. I just don't care enough. I never did. You had all of the signs, Cardi. You think you are different? You're not different. You're not different. We're all pink on the inside. If you know what I mean. This is grown folk talk. Yes. He already had babies. And you know what I keep on telling you? A man that has children on the outside from different baby mamas ain't for you, sis. I don't care how sweet cookie cutter he's telling you. You're not better than the others, girl. You're not. And even if you don't want to talk to her or it's not that kind of relationship, you have to look at the guy because he's the common denominator. Girls, when a guy plays you, you actually let him play you. You let him play because the first time he did it, I didn't see it coming. The second time, you already know. You see, the first cut is the deepest. After that, you're already kind of aligned to what can kind of sort of go on, go down. Until you are immune to it. Cardi is there crying. And I felt her cry. Because I cried that same cry. Because I was like, what is it? What is it that I can do more for this guy? And you just have to let go. You have to let go. You have to pray. You have to go out. Talk to your girlfriends. Cry to your friends. Cry to your mama. Go back to your old boyfriend. Anything. Don't go back to him. And even when you feel like you're weakening, don't. He's not good for you. Needless to say, cut the long story short, I relocated to California. I said, you know what, for me, do what you really wanted to do, which was your passion. It was acting. And I had a beautiful little flat. And I was coming home one day. And I just saw my guy. And I've said this story before. I was shocked because I didn't know how he got my address, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, my friend gave it to him. And I was very mad about that. But when I saw him, he was smaller. Not just also in height, but in everything, just smaller. And I didn't have the butterflies in my tummy. And I looked at him. I looked at him up and down. And I was so glad that I was over him. And of course, I asked him, I said, why was he here? He was like, what kind of question is that? Can he come in? I said, no, you can't come in. And did we go out for a drink? We went out for a drink. As is. I didn't get dressed. I didn't put on any lipstick. Nothing. Oh, Fumi, I love you. Oh, Fumi, I've missed you. Oh, Fumi, I'm so sorry. Because you see, we women, when we're done, we're done. And I just looked at all of the rubbish and the nonsense and the lost opportunities that I went through trying to invest in somebody that did not even know what he wanted for himself. Many years later, I saw him at the airport. I had Adrian. I was going for my collab. I was walking and going for my collab. And he was there with a little girl, his daughter. He never got married, but he had a child. He was disheveled and he was taking her back to, I think, her mom or something. And he was still apologizing. And I didn't feel mad. I was just done. And I was so grateful and so happy that I moved on and I found the love of my life with the greatest love I have ever had and bestowed on me. Guys, let the madness go. And it starts with you. To coming on the internet, to be crying, to be talking about, well, you know, I have to because you won't listen to me. Cardi, if he's not listening to you now, why do you think that he's going to be listening to you because you've gone public? That's for you. I'm sorry and I'm hugging you. But I'm telling you that you are the one that is twining yourself around for this madman. And he will never, ever, ever love you the way you want to be loved. It will never be you. He will go on and marry somebody else. Just take it from Aunty Fumi. And you will go on and you will be with somebody else. You have the talent. You have your children. Be blessed. And you have your health. And you are much more privileged than a lot because you are very financially stable. So you don't need him and you don't depend on him for your livelihood. You can't have it all. And I've said it before, this is a year and it's ending in a bang. Celebrities are like ordinary folk. They're just on a pedestal where we can just look at the nonsense they go through on a public platform, which is humiliating for them because 3, 4, 5 days, weeks from now, she's going to cringe at this. But everybody has downloaded it. I have edited it to make an episode out of it. Cardi, stop embarrassing yourself. Move on. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, my darlings, and I will see you I'll see you sooner than later.